Hello everybody, this is Metroid Nerd number 9001 playing Mega Man and Bass. But this is the SNES version because I've always played this game on the GBA and I've had to deal with all the screen crunch and everything. Now I love this game, but I wanted to see what it would be like to play on the SNES version, or the Super Famicom version. Unfortunately, the patch for the English version didn't work on this ROM for some reason, so you're gonna have to deal with some Japanese text. Now, I do own a copy of this game on the Game Boy Advance. I'll probably show a picture of it on the screen in editing. So, you can't really call me out on that too much, I guess. I own the game. Anyway, I just felt like there's so many people on the internet that just love hating on this game because I somewhat get some of their reasoning, but in other ways I'm like, you guys are just overly hating on this game. This is a good game, and you're just, I don't know. I'm here to say this is a good game, and while it does have many faults, it's not a bad Mega Man game, or like a low point of the series or anything. It's kind of annoying because many people in Mega Man play Mega Man tend to forget that this game exists, and Capcom frequently forgets that this game exists. It also remembers that it exists only when it wants to. Like, you'll have times, like at the end of Mega Man 9, where it shows all the ends of all the different games with Dr. Wily, it references this game. But at the beginning of Mega Man 10, it shows like all the games of the classic series, and it forgets Mega Man and Bass. Like, it only remembers this game when it wants to, and when it's not going to explicitly say what this game is. It's like it just wants to forget. Either way, this is a part of the Mega Man series. And from what I've heard, it's basically Keiji Inafune wanted to make, since Mega Man 8 was on the PS1 and the Sega Saturn, he wanted to make a somewhat of a version of it for the SNES. But it only ever got released in Japan. And you'll notice that a lot of this game does have similar assets to Mega Man 8, but there's also a lot of differences. Except 2 of the Robot Masters are lately reused from Mega Man 8. They are still different. A lot of the stuff in the levels is still different, even though a lot of it's also the same. Come on. There we go. And then, mostly the fact that this is the Japanese version, you're not going to have to deal with too much, except during scenes like this at the beginning and the end of the game. But if you care that much about the game, you've probably played it and you know what's going on. I'm not really going to explain what's going on. You can kind of, sort of figure it out. I mean, this is King. Say hi to King and Proto Man, and oh no, Proto Man doesn't like King, and then King sliced him in half. If you played this game, you know what's actually going on. Oh, I guess I'll get to hear what it's like to fight a boss with the SNES music, because I'm used to all the different Game Boy Advance music, but now I get to hear what it's like on the SNES version. Now, I've heard the songs themselves in the SNES versions, but I've never like played the game with them like that, so it'll be interesting. I think this is the save button. Yes, okay, that is the save button. I guess I will have to deal with that amount of Japanese. Now, I guess one of the things some people don't like about this game is the fact that the progression of Robot Masters is really weird, but I kind of like it this way, and other people have brought this up, is that it kind of forces you onto a path where you're likely to get some of the weaknesses. Now, I've beaten all 3 of these bosses as my first boss, and most people prefer to go for Cold Man, because he's the easiest of the bosses of the 3, because Astro Man is really hard without his weakness, at least for me. But I've been able to beat around relatively easily without his weakness. But I'm still gonna go for Cold Man first because the Ice Wall is one of the best weapons in this game. Now, one of the things about this game that's really good about this game, one, the soundtrack is really good. It'll be weird to hear the SNES versions, like I've said, but the soundtrack of this game is great. But also, one of the things that sets it apart from some other Mega Man games, like most people say Mega Man 2 is the best game. But one of the problems with Mega Man 2 is, yes, the Metal Blade is great, but almost all of the other weapons are terrible. But in this game, you don't have that problem. Almost, if not all, of the special weapons are useful in some way. There's a CD. Nah, I'm not gonna bother with it right now. I don't need to show off all the CDs. If you want an easy guide to find all of the CDs, watch Roa Mitchell's ESO playlist, which I'll probably link in the description for all 100 CDs. And that just shows the location of all 100 of them. Now also another one of the things that I like about this game that hasn't been a thing since Mega Man 1 is that these pickups that you pick up, go figure, but pickups respawn after you die. That is awesome. Because in a lot of other games, they don't. And it makes it so that if you take like an energy special weapon recharge at one point, you can't use it if you die at like a healing point. It's not useful the second time that you go through. But in this game and in Mega Man 1, which is also another one of my favorite Mega Man games, this boss is so annoying, is that one, you can infinitely use the special lot of the one-ups that you can find lying around, which is, and I just died, that's just wonderful. Okay, this is nice. See, that's a nice checkpoint. I don't think I've died to that boss before. That's why I didn't know where the checkpoint was. This boss is really annoying. I'll try not to die that much, but it's probably going to be inevitable because it's a Mega Man game. It's kind of hard to play a Mega Man game and not die. Let's use a random jumps a random number of times. Generally, I don't like when enemies have the ability to mess with your controls, because like if it's a consistent thing throughout the level, like during that the Toadman section of the intro stage, like I'm more okay with that than I am with other things, because at least it's consistent. You all should make the CD so you can hear the sound effect. Oh, there's another CD. It's like at least it's consistent throughout the entire thing. It's like you know that it's going to be hard to move to the right. It's still annoying, but it's consistent. When enemies do it, it's hard to tell when they're going to be pulling you or when they're going to be pushing you when it stops, and especially when you're dealing with instant death obstacles, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. I always go down here because I like getting this extra life. These enemies are really annoying. They're basically the spine enemies in this game, and there's only one weapon in the game that can destroy them. That weapon doesn't work underwater the same way, so they are impossible to defeat when they're underwater. So you just kind of have to deal with them. But they basically work like any other spine enemies. They move faster when you're on the ground at the same level as them. They're annoying, they're hard to kill, all that kind of stuff. All that jazz. Now this part is kind of annoying, mostly because it's hard to time. Sometimes hard to time jumping onto this thing properly. That killed me on my last one. This is my first time playing on the SNES version, which is kind of why I wanted to do this. It's like my blind reactions to being able to play, like, there's no screen crunch, and I don't have to deal with the screen crunch, and having all the SNES style music, and all the things just being SNES and big and all that jazz. Let's see if I can beat Cold Man with this amount of health. I might be able to do it. I hope I can, because Cold Man is rather easy. But he still can be kind of annoying sometimes, if you're not careful. But he's mostly a slog when you're playing his base. mostly this is the annoying part, because these enemies are really annoying. But at the least, he doesn't... Oh, I'm about to... And I died. I mean, I didn't go into that with very much help, but... Coldman isn't really that difficult, because it's really easy to read his pattern, what's gonna go on. Some of the other bosses are really mean, namely Bono Man and Tengu Man, but at least with Tengu Man, he kinda suffers from Cloudman Syndrome. And if you don't know what Cloudman Syndrome is, basically it's a lot of the bosses from in the 16-bit era, or the 16 and 32-bit Mega Man games, if you hit them with the weakness, it will stun them. And sometimes you can stun lock the bosses with their weakness. And the most infamous case of that is with Cloudman from Mega Man 7, which is where the syndrome comes from, where basically you can hit him with the bubble wrap, and by the time he's done being stunned by it, you can hit him with it again, and you can do nothing to stop you until you run out of ammo. Now, Tengu Man kinda suffers from that, but he's at least fast enough that it's possible for you to mess up and to not get the hit in on him. But, a lot of the bosses in this game do a good job of not suffering from Cloudman Syndrome, which I think is better boss design. Now, the Ice Wall is one of the best weapons in this game. Mostly because of that utility aspect of it, but also... I have 95, I don't have enough energy to utilize it. I'll do Bono Man and then I'll wrap it up for this video. Bono Man is an annoying boss, and he just looks crazy. Just look at him. He's just screaming with fire coming out of his head. This will be weird, because it's all the different instruments that you don't normally hear with these bosses. I'll try to use the shoulder buttons to switch between weapons, but it can get kind of annoying to try and do that when you have a lot of weapons later on. And I'm normally used to pausing the game, and especially when we get to King's Fortress and we're fighting the King bosses, I'm most certainly going to be pausing to switch weapons against them. Now that's just an example of why the Ice Wall is such a powerful weapon. This enemy takes a lot of hits to kill, and just one Ice Wall is enough to destroy them. And this shows, and each weapon will have a situation where it's useful. Not at most Mega Man games is at least one weapon that's borderline useless, but I really don't think that this game has one. Now, the Copy Vision may not be the best special weapon, but it's still pretty useful against some stuff. Let's see. I'm trying to think what others, Copy Vision, it's a pretty good weapon, and it's better if you aren't good at fighting Dynamo Man, because it's Dynamo Man's weakness. If you know what you're doing against Dynamo Man, you don't really need Copy Vision, and in some cases it can be detrimental. But, Copy Vision is still decent, and that's the one that I use the least, and I still use all the others with relative frequency. Now, also this incarnation of the shield attacker is really, really annoying to deal with. Ooh, another scene. I think I'm gonna fall. Oh no. I think you need base to get that. Unless you're this, task of the game where they got all 100 CDs as Mega Man, and it's this insane thing where they use the lightning bolt to glitch around into a whole ton of places that you're not supposed to be able to get to while you're playing as Mega Man. And it's really crazy to watch, but it's also really amazing that they were able to do that kind of stuff. Now, obviously, you can't do the same as base because a lot of the CDs are buried underground and you need Rush to get them. But it's still amazing that they were able to do a single playthrough to get all 100 CDs as Mega Man. having, like, some of these rooms don't have ceilings in the Game Boy Advance version because of screen crunch, and you can barely see the floors. But, I mean, it still makes the game is still playable, I'll say that, because, yeah. So, all these CDs, I didn't know they were there, because when I first got the game, some of the CDs were already gotten, like, some of the really obvious CDs. So, sometimes I forget what some of them are. Now, this room can be kind of annoying, and if you have the magic code, you can get that, extra life, but I don't have the, magic code. Now, what you're going to want to do in this room is take out the launcher cannons as fast as you can, so that you can jump onto the higher platforms before the big heavy, bring up all the instant death fire. It can be kind of annoying that enemies will respawn if you scroll them off screen. Generally, if you're good at switching between the jump and the fire buttons, you should be fine on being able to shoot and jump fast enough, because you need to be able to get a good amount of shots off while doing a high jump. And if you're good at that, then you should be good. So you should be able to take out the launcher cannon and get to the high ground, because the high ground is overpowered. And then you should be able to. How many lives do I have? I have 2 lives. Okay, I should be good. This enemy can be annoying because if you take off its tail parts, the head will move really fast and it'll be hard to hit, and it can combo you a lot. Now, Burner Man, he's almost I think he always charges at the beginning, and he's fast. I'm not gonna worry about using the ice wall on him because I just kind of want to see, because I want to save that for when I start the thing with full health. Just kind of mess around with Burner here, and he's diving. Let's somehow. Oh, no, I died. Okay. Now I'm gonna fight him with the ice wall. Now, Burner Man does a good job of not suffering from Cloudman syndrome, because you can hit him with the ice wall for most of his time, but he doesn't get stunned by it unless he's using the Wave Burner. And with that, you can push him into spikes, which doesn't instant kill him, but it still damages him a lot. Use the Wave Burner. No, he's not using the Wave Burner. Oh, I think that means he's using the Wave Burner. No, he's not using the Wave Burner. Come on. He usually uses the Wave Burner a lot sooner than that. The thing you gotta be careful with him using the Wave Burner is that when you push the ice wall against him, this really should have been fixed, is that when he goes into a stun animation, one plume of the Wave Burner will still go through and it'll hit you through the ice wall, and it's really annoying. So you just gotta be careful when you're pushing it into him. But obviously pushing it into spikes also does a lot of damage. So that's how I was able to kill him. And the Wave Burner is also a pretty good weapon because of its spread up and down. And that's pretty good. I think I'm gonna stop here, and then I'll get the energy equalizer and go after Pirate Man in the next episode. Either way, this has been Metroid Nerd number 9001. Thank you for watching this. I guess you could call it a Let's Play, but it's just why not? I wanted to argue why Mega Man Base is a good game, and why people shouldn't be hating it on it so much. Either way, thank you for watching. See you guys next time.